The ship Argo slipped quietly through a field of glowing blue dust at the edge of the galaxy. On board, scientist Dr. Noor Hassan gazed out the window in awe. She had spent her life looking for proof that humans weren't alone, and tonight she might finally find it. Noor was calm and thoughtful, with warm brown eyes and a patient smile. She led a small crew, Pilot Jackson quick to joke and even quicker to worry, and Maddie, a young communications expert who never lost hope. Their mission was to investigate the strange radio signals coming from this distant sector. As the Argo drifted, the signals grew stronger, beautiful patterns of light and sound that no computer could explain. Then, out of the blue dust, a new ship appeared. It was nothing like any human craft, round and smooth, glowing softly with every color in the rainbow. "Should we run?" Jackson asked, his hands shaking. Noor shook her head. "No, this is why we're here." She smiled gently. "Let's try saying hello." Maddie sent a simple message, just a greeting and a wave of sound that matched the alien signals. For a long moment, there was only silence. Then the alien ship responded, not with words, but with a shimmering light show. The colors danced across the stars in a rhythm that made Noor's heart beat faster. Noor studied the lights and realized they weren't just random, they were language. She started to answer with her own lights, using the ship's panels. The aliens replied, a little brighter each time. A conversation began, light for light, shape for shape. Suddenly the alien ship opened a small window, and a strange, beautiful creature looked out. It had a soft, translucent body, a ring of gentle eyes, and long, flowing arms like ribbons. Noor waved and smiled. The alien did the same. Back on Earth, the mission control team watched every second, holding their breath. For years, people had worried about meeting aliens. Would they be hostile? Would they even understand us? But Noor's team just kept talking, not with weapons or threats, but with patience and kindness. The two ships floated together in space, sharing stories made of light and sound. Noor learned that the aliens called themselves the Valari. They lived among the blue dust, feeding on starlight and sharing knowledge through songs and colors. Tears in her eyes realized something amazing. The Valari had been afraid of humans too. They had heard stories of war and anger, and had hidden for years. But Noor's gentle approach, her smile and simple messages, broke the fear. The Valari invited Noor and her team to visit their ship. With hearts pounding, the humans put on suits and floated across the void. Inside the Valari ship, music shimmered in the air, and light flowed over every surface. The Valari greeted them with gifts, new crystals that glowed with energy, and a song that made even Jackson cry. Noor spoke softly. We came searching for knowledge. Instead, we found friends. The Valari leader touched Noor's hand and sang a melody that meant welcome. In that moment, the galaxy felt smaller, warmer, a place where hope could travel faster than light. Back on Earth, the news spread fast. Humanity had made first contact, and it was peaceful. Children watched the shimmering lights on their screens. Scientists dreamed of new discoveries. For the first time, people saw that not all aliens had to be enemies. The Argo and the Valari ship stayed together for days, learning each other's songs and stories. Noor recorded every moment, but what mattered most was the friendship. The Valari promised to share their technology, and Noor promised that humans would come in peace. When it was time to leave, the two ships drifted apart, sending a final burst of color and music across the stars. Noor looked back at the shining ship and whispered, "We are not alone, and we are not afraid." Years later, people still remembered the day humans met, the Valari, the day kindness. Patience and a simple smile changed the universe forever.